I've seen so many fucked up things thanks to documentaries, news reports, various articles that I've read online and in papers, in books, and it's very telling about how cruel mankind can truly be, and how fucked up people are, the depths that they'll go to meet their goal. You know, the people that they'll go and trample over, and how humanity sometimes just doesn't exist, and they become animalistic. And it's really strange. And then you start coming across other stories that make you end up saying the tried and true, you know, you've lost faith in humanity, you went off this planet and all that shit. But this one, it actually had video games somewhat to do with it, and I thought it was interesting that it was even found this way. But a 14-year-old Austrian boy was on his PlayStation, apparently frequently meeting with supporters of ISIS. ISIS obviously is pretty fucking bad, so anybody supporting them can't be all that right upstairs. But not only was he meeting with them frequently online, but he was getting information from them. Bomb making tutorials. Little how-to guides on how to make bombs. And was getting this shit on his PlayStation. I mean, I know for a fact people do some weird shit with their game consoles now, since a lot of them are kind of PC equivalents on a much, much, much lower scale due to all the different features that they allot you. But I mean, when I'm on there, I'm playing video games, and that's really it. Call me fucking crazy, but I'm just enjoying playing video games. I'm like, Alien Isolation, of course I want to play you all these dark corridors to go down, and then there's stuff like that. I mean, there's plenty of people out there who are fucking jacking into some kind of porn on there, which I think is probably one of the worst things that you can do with your game console, which really isn't all that bad unless your fucking right arm gets tired, then, you know, switch. But this, bomb-making tutorials, terrorist plans, you want to hook up and hang out with the motherfuckers in ISIS. You're fucking 14 years old. I mean, I know that there's all sorts of militia groups out there and shit that will go and take in any kid, any teenager at whatever young age, so long as they're willing to go and adapt and learn and listen and become sponges for all the information, all the teachings that they want. You see this shit all over the planet. You know, and that's no surprise. But just, fuck, man, when you hear about the stories and then it has some kind of correlation to video games whatsoever, and in this regard, using their PlayStation to gather the information on how to make bombs so you can really go and oppose all the people that ISIS says are bad. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, and it's not surprising because there's lots of people who have been going over to the Middle East for this kind of cause, and I mean, that alone to me is kind of insane, but just, fuck, man. Downloading bomb-making shit, meeting up with ISIS supporters online. Everybody I know on there is playing shit like Shovel Knight. Like, isn't Shovel Knight a whole lot of fun? I'm really enjoying the living crap out of this. Oh, how far did you get in Bloodborne? Let's go and do some PvP matches. Oh, Grand Theft Auto Online, that'll be great. Hey, want to go in and set up a terrorist plot to go and kill a whole bunch of people that ISIS says are no good? Let's do that. Wait, what the fuck? Hold up. That just fucks my head up, man. Yeah, and again, I've seen the most darkest of quarters of the entire world, and then some. I've seen some of the most fucked up things in person, let alone read about this shit. You know, I know that by comparison, I live in a very good country compared to some of the most messed up places on planet that they consider some of this shit to be normal. You know, if you aren't in line, done. And that's a really real situation. It's scary as fuck to think about, but using your PlayStation so you can get your fucking starter kit for being a psycho. Like, just, fuck, man. Sometimes you read this shit and you're like, you know what? I've had enough internet for today. And you need to go and completely log off. But this, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll make a video about it. Because, if anything, this is kind of telling of what kind of people are really out there. You have no clue who is on the other side of a screen. You have no idea who's also on the same exact networks doing the same exact shit as you are. I mean, that kid could have been in the middle of playing like Sonic and All-Star Racing Transform. put that shit down, to go and get these messages, to jot down all the information. I'm thankful that he got caught. I mean, he's gonna go and do 2 years, and he's obviously gonna go into a juvenile detention center just due to his age, but the idea that this is gonna be on his permanent fucking record, the idea that even in prison, he might meet up with more fucking crazies and supporters in there. Shit might just get worse. I hope that they get this fucking kid some goddamn help and get his head on straight. And what the fuck do his parents think of all this? I mean, I can even and logically look at this in such a way, like, you know, if I found out that my son was like, yeah, I totally want to go and support a whole bunch of terrorists. Just, my brain would fucking flatline. I mean, I'd want to lose my fucking mind. I'd want to whoop ass and fucking take names, but just fuck, man. Yeah. Those points where you're disgusted and confused and baffled all at once, rolled up, and you don't even know how to react. And I'm just saying all this shit off the top of my head after reading that goddamn story. You know, I sat there, got it off my phone while I was online. I was like, what the fuck, man? PlayStation, terrorist plans. I mean, a long time ago it was said that, you know, PlayStation 2s were being given off to Saddam Hussein and shit, and now we have a little story like this, a little fucking random gem. I was happy to hear that when scientists were using PlayStation game consoles to be able to go and make some kind of advancements for all of mankind, and then you see it being utilized for this, and then, again, motherfuckers just fapping to random ass, really weird porn, but our game consoles, not just for fun anymore. Either way, opinions and thoughts, feelings, whole lot of shit that you could go and talk about. You could talk about all the crazy fucking wars going on. You could talk about ISIS in general. You could talk about how fucked up this kid is. You could talk about PlayStation. I have no clue. Somebody could start a fucking fan war. At least it doesn't happen on Xbox. Well, the Wii U doesn't have that either. Ha ha! And a whole bunch of other shit. I have no fucking clue. Also, that'd be a ridiculous argument, but I can totally see it happening. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers game the fuck on. And also, please don't support ISIS, especially on your game consoles. Just, fuck, use your head meat.